Now let's talk about something we all deal with, flaws. There's that moment right before you expose your imperfections, and you're faced with a choice. Let them out and face the aftermath, or bottle them up and deal with the slow burn of resentment. It's a tough call. We're taught to believe that our flaws make us weak, that showing them means we're vulnerable. But here's the kicker. Your flaws are just as much a part of you as your strengths. They protect you, they challenge you, and yes, sometimes they get you into trouble. You've heard it before. Embrace your flaws. But what does that even mean? It's not about pretending your flaws are something to celebrate blindly. It's about acknowledging them, understanding them, and deciding what to do with them. Let's get real here. Flaws aren't cute quirks that make you unique. Everyone has flaws. You're not special because you procrastinate or because you get defensive. Millions of people deal with the same stuff, and those flaws, they're not a badge of honor. So, let's be brutally honest for a second. Think about your biggest flaws. Are they envy, procrastination, defensiveness, arrogance, or negativity? Maybe it's something else entirely. The first step in owning your flaws is naming them. Just take a moment to admit what you're working with. It's freeing to realize you're not crazy or broken. You're human. And guess what? If you can name it, you can tame it. But let's clear something up. Owning your flaws doesn't mean being complacent about them. If procrastination is your thing, it doesn't mean you keep letting it run your life. It means you stop wasting energy beating yourself up over it and start figuring out how to work with it. Turn your flaws into something valuable. Use them. Here's the truth no one tells you. Your flaws can be roadblocks, but they don't have to be. Maybe procrastination has cost you a project or two. Maybe envy has made you bitter when your friends succeed. But just because you own these flaws doesn't mean they get to control you. You've probably heard this before. Confidence is built by aligning with your core values. But first, you need to know what those values are. Grab a piece of paper and list out the values that resonate with you. Family, health, creativity, leadership, connection, whatever feels true. Now, pick 6 to 8 that really matter. Then assign a percentage to each one. This helps you understand where your priorities lie. Maybe family gets 100%, health 90%, and so on. When push comes to shove, this list will guide you. You'll know when to prioritize family over the gym or creativity over work without feeling guilty. Now comes a tough part. Let go of the shame. We've talked about Brené Brown's research before, but it's worth repeating. Guilt is about behavior. I did something wrong. Shame is about identity. I am wrong. Guilt is good. It's a motivator. It helps you fix what's broken. Shame, on the other hand, attaches your flaws to your self-worth. It tells you that because you have flaws, you're unworthy of love, success, or happiness. And that's total bullshit. Think about it. You feel envious of a friend's success, and suddenly, you spiral. I'm a terrible person for feeling this way. I don't deserve good things. That's shame talking. But when you step back and recognize envy as a flaw, something you can work on, you strip away the shame. You make room for change. The truth is, shame is often the source of most destructive behaviors. But if you can switch from shame to guilt, you can start to make progress. Guilt allows you to say, I'm not proud of how I acted, but I'm going to fix it. It gives you the power to work on your flaws rather than letting them drag you down. Here's what you need to understand. Your flaws aren't something to be complacent about, but they're also not something to be ashamed of. Every one of us has them. Every one of us has good days and bad days. But wouldn't it be better if your flaws didn't get in the way of your life? You can work on them. You can own them. And once you do, you can use them to your advantage. Don't let your flaws be roadblocks. Turn them into speed bumps. Work through them. Make them manageable. And most importantly, make them worth your while. Until next time, keep on rising, own your flaws, and make them work for you.